It's a different animal.
Absolutely.
So I got into DJing because of a right place, right time situation, like radio, like everything else.
Yeah.
So you were doing hardcore. Were you doing hardcore the whole time?
Mainly, yeah. It was, well, I guess to retrospect, coming back into it, I, at a Bible bookstore, I got my first cassette for this band called Dogwood.
I love Dogwood.
Dude.
Which one? More Than Conquerors?
Preschool days.
Oh, Preschool Days. Okay.
Preschool, like the first one, dude.
Yeah, dude. More Than Conquerors was the one that got me.
Yeah, that's
so
I
funny.
heard that sound and I was like, I don't know what that is yet.
Yeah.
But that's what I like.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm going to turn on
Yeah. I was like, that's what I like. And then I heard it again. The next time I heard it was in the mall playing that skateboard game that you could swish around and do the ollies and kick flips and had the game room in the corner of Summertown Center. Yeah. And then the officer, yeah. You're like crazy taxi. I was like, that's the sound, man. Yeah. And I finally figured it out that I can cuss, right?
Yeah.
I fucking finally. So I figured out. I was like, oh, that's punk rock. And then I was like, I want to be a punk rocker. And then you know. And then I wanted to be of course I'm a rebel again. I wanted to be gutter punk because that's the most non-Christian thing you could do. So I wanted to be gutter punk oi, and then after that I started listening to Hatebreed. And I was like, I'm gonna be tough guy hardcore. Give me my Sauconys, give me my gym shorts, give me my Fidel hat.
It's been such a long time since I've heard tough guy hardcore
or Sauconys.
Or Sauconys. And Sauconys, you said it the correct way.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. Sauconys is the correct way. People are like Sauconys. I was like, what the fuck is Sauconys?
Man, Sauconys, that sounds like a dish.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. But so, okay. So you got into it through Dogwood. That's so
Dogwood
funny.
is what brought me full circle basically to hardcore. And funny story as well. So also, I know you know this. I guitar tag and stage managed with reggae bands for a while.
Yeah.
The drummer of Tribal Seed at the time, who went on to be the drummer of
Just
Sublime
saw them
Rome.
yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or 2 days ago. They played the video that we're ADHDing,
You're
but
good.
Tribal right before Tribal Seeds played, they played the video that I did for Travi Seeds.
No way.
Yeah, so
awesome.
Right before Travi,
awesome,
like right before they played, it was really cool.
Man, that's awesome. I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah. So wait, you worked for Tribal Seeds?
Yeah, I worked for Tribal Seeds for a while, but the first reggae band I worked with was Stick Figure.
No shit, man.
That was
That's
Stick Figure's first
funny.
guitar tech. Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's actually a wild story on itself. We can
go
touch
for
back
it.
Oh, you want me to go for it?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So this was when I was about 26, 27. I've barely left Sanford at the time.
Okay.
I've barely been on a plane. And my buddy started touring with Ballyhoo.
Okay.
And through that, he called me. He goes, hey, Ryan, just so you know, there's a job out there where you set up guitar instruments or musical instruments, and that's what you do. You set up instruments, and then you break it down, and you tour with them. I'm like, that's a job? I can do that.
Yeah.
So he was going to Cali Roots at the time, and he said, I will put you on the guest list for Tribal Seeds. Come there, shadow me. You have 3 days to figure out a band to work with and a job. So I said, all right, fine. So I get the plane ticket. I call off work. I was an electrician at the time.
Yeah.
I call off work. First time I ever broke anything like this. I'm like, out of the mold. I said, this is my chance. I'm going to California, so I pack my shorts, my Dickie shorts, and I pack my tank tops. And I fly to Monterey, California. People that don't understand Monterey, California, it's fucking freezing. So I get there like in a rubber band plane because I got to go into a smaller airport. Get there and I get out. I'm like, this isn't California. No. Like, and I've barely been out of Florida, so I don't know what's going on.
Jefferson, that's Monterey. That's up there. That's up north, dog.
Dude, it was fucking freezing. So I don't know anything. I just know. I was like, hey, so there's a music festival happening in town. Can you take me there? The guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, take me to the most busiest part of town, and I'll figure it out from there. Drives me into town. I found a guy.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, that's
a smart move.
So I'll go there. I'll see a music store or something. I'll see a flyer. I'll figure it out. I see a guy with dreadlocks and goggles. Yeah. And I was
That's my guy.
I was like, there's my guy. His name was Squirrel.
Of course it was. Yeah. Of course it was Squirrel. Why wouldn't it be?
And I was like, yo, you know about the Cali Route? Yeah, dude, I'm going to be there this whole week. I'm like, can you show me where it's at? He literally walks me through 3 different neighborhoods, hopping fences, through woods. Mind you, I'm keeping him in front of me because I'm like, he's setting me up.
A white guy with a dreadlock.
Yeah, I was like, this guy's taking me back to his camp. He's going to kill me and eat me. Like, so I'm following him the whole time. He just walks out. He goes, there it is. I'm like, whoa. Like, we walked for like 2 hours.
What?
Yeah.
You walked?
Yeah, we walked for like 2 hours through neighborhoods, cutting through fences.
I mean, this is pre-Uber,
through woods,
I'm assuming.
Like, it was wild.
This is pre-Uber, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Can't just Uber a fucking... Anyway.
Yeah, but I get there, and I'm still, at the time, I'm basically on a flip phone.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Oh, it's flip phone era.
Not even. It's actually iPhone. I just still operated with the Nokia,
okay.
press it a few times to get the text. And call my boy. I'm like, hey. He's like, yeah, get a hotel. I'm like, I got to get a hotel? Like, he's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't have a check card or nothing. He had to call ahead, get me a hotel. I got in the hotel. And I came back out. We went to the whole festival. And on the last day, I had a blast out there.
Yeah.
On the last day, I met Tommy, the bass player from Stick Figure. We hit it off. We came and we kicked it the whole time. We were hanging out with them, talked to Scott, and I let him know what I was doing. Exchanged numbers, and like a couple weeks later, he called me while I was on the job.
That's so cool, dude.
He's like, hey, you're serious about this? I'm like, dude, absolutely. He said, well, I'll fly you out if you're ready to go. I said, let's go right now.
That is badass.
And that was it, dude. That's a wrap from there. And then I toured with them for a couple years. After that, I went to Tribal Seeds for a couple years, met a lot of the most amazing people. That's how I got my country band, is through that world.
Damn, dude.
Just a lot of great people in that industry. I can't say it enough.